I'm about to do a flip of a book that I started working on in May of 2017, 5 years ago, more than 5 years ago. And it's a junk mail journal. I went out into the recycling bin and grabbed pieces of paper and envelopes in the recycling bin. You can see the letter shapes here, the flaps. And I did painty papers, and I did different techniques that I'll try to describe as much as I can as I go through. But the most important thing I want to say about this book is that it doesn't matter how humble a book is, what you do with it gives it intent and meaning. And so this book has extraordinary intent and meaning to me. And that's all I want to say by way of introduction. Welcome to my channel. The cover of this book has this card from the Mother Peace Tarot deck on it, the star. Now this was a piece that was in my stash forever and ever and ever. It was a Xerox copy, I think, color copy of a journal cover. I had drawn this on the cover of my journal, so I copied the Mother Peace card, and then I took a copy of it and had that in my stash for a long time. And here it is now. It became the cover of this journal, and it's totally appropriate to have this image of the goddess in the pool of wonderful warm water as the cover of my journal, because this is a celebrating women's spirituality. And the idea of this was born from a calendar that I had, one of those desk calendars from 1996. And there are lots of wonderful images in it. And I kept this from 1996, and I couldn't part with it. You'll recognize techniques in here, painty paper, and then this was the white hearts on there was one of Shannon Green's techniques that you make your painty paper and then you put some kind of image on the front. There's several like that in this book. Anyway, celebrating women's spirituality, and even the inside of the book, it's coffee stained. These coffee stains are the blessing from my new computer. In the excitement of setup, I flung this old stack of vital current activities aside, and in the doing my coffee cup went flying. So thank you, goddess of the bean, Arabica, for forever being here to remind me of the excitement, the blank page, the open moment of my future. Tabula rasa, waiting for pen and for keyboarding. The pictures are all there for me to paint, and I am pregnant with the seeds of these. Blessed be, Barbara Clark, January 17th, 1996. So this was a prayer to myself in 1996. And I've kept that book. I had kept that book intact. And then in May of 2017, it became what wanted to go into this junk journal. I love it how art talks to you. This was the next day, another painty paper, another stenciled image on top, the same Shannon Green technique, and just a very simple image from the book. I'm going to trying to get it out here without the glare over there. My camera setup is not perfect, obviously. Create. I did not do these consecutively. started in 17. This was August of 2018. So this flops back and forth in there. This is a song that we sing in my women's singing circle. From her body she spins, from her being she spins. She weaves the world with sacred thread. In circle dance creates the web. The rock, the wind, the mind, the soul, all are my relations. Harmony Grisman. And this wonderful tree image. On the back of this tree goddess is the notation, on Thursday, November 14th, 1996, the day that Danon died, he was definitely Spider-Woman and a gatherer for the inner journey. He was my favorite teacher from the Earth Stewards Network. So I made my pages shaped all the way through. Let them be shaped. This was back to 17, November 2017. Silence is part of the song. I've been collecting images of the goddess, images of the divine feminine, images of women. So this book is dedicated to my love of women's spirituality. What comes from the heart and souls of women as they are at their prayers. This was one of the pages that just created itself right in the moment of being. This was an image from the calendar, and the snake was from the calendar. And then these were the words that came to me as I was finishing this page. I baptize thee in the name of the Mother, the Earth, and the new moon. This, interestingly enough, was the last page I finished. Interesting. And so here it is, close to the center of the book, because I went out of order. I didn't do these in any order. So this page is called The Names of the Goddess. This is a portrait of me lying on the couch reading my book by my honey. And I keep getting clippings and art from her desk that I use in my journals. This is an image, the living tree with the gecko climbing, is from my friend Thiel in Australia. And then images of the goddess. This one I carved. These are stamps. This one I carved too, but it was an image I found somewhere. So this is a Sufi song. Sufis are the mystical, mystical Muslim tribe? What are they? Kali, Radhi, Sita, Parvati, Mary, full of grace, Hannah, Rachel, Kuan Yin, Fatima, let us see your face. Bless us, O Mother, Sister and Lover. Take us to your heart. Teach us your mercy, strength, and compassion. Fold us in your love. And this is another refrain from a Charlie Murphy song that Starhawk and her Reclaiming Collective sings. Isis, Astarte, Diana, Hecate, Demeter, Kali, Inanna. Goes with a song. We all come from the Mother, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain flowing to the ocean. This is the centerfold. This is a prayer that we say. This is also written by Starhawk. A prayer that we say at the end of our singing circle. And these are images of the goddess that I've created from some various forms. By the earth that is her body, by the air that is her breath, by the fire of her bright spirit, by the waters of her living womb, The circle is open but unbroken. May the peace of the goddess go in our hearts. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. This was done June 2017. This is the second to most recent one I did. I did this one in February. This is a card my friend Sharon Sessions gave me years and years and years ago. And I had it up pinned to the wall over my bed for the longest time. And finally I took it down, put it someplace safe, and promptly lost it. And so in the way of art, it surfaced just when I was needing to figure out what I wanted to put on the last 2 pages of this book. And I thought, but of course, Kuan Yin and this precious relic from my friend needed to go on this page. I call upon the goddess Kuan Yin, mother of compassion, who hears and answers the cries of all hearts. And this was a flower I did some process sometime. Who knows when? The crone. If you were to live to be 90 years old, what year would it be? For me, that'll be 2033. This is from, there used to be a magazine called Crone Chronicles. Actually, I have a poem, a long story poem published in it at some point. I made this page on Lammas, which is August 1st, August 2nd of 2017. The old ones. The old wise women, our elders. This is a fairly recent one. This was 2020 in April. And this is another song that we sing. The spirit of the plants has come to me in the form of a beautiful dancing green woman. Her eyes fill me with peace. Her dance fills me with peace. Lisa Thiel is the author of that song. This was back in 2017, autumn equinox. These aren't specifically images of the, well, this is definitely an image of the goddess, the triple spiral. This is not, this is the old ancient labyrinth that's found on a coin in Crete, and it's also the Hopi symbol for Mother Earth. And so it's one of my primary symbols. And then this is the Chartres Cathedral labyrinth. This was found underneath all the chairs in part of the Chartres Cathedral. So these are all tools for my inner journey. And we all recognize her, don't we? The goddess Starbucks. This is from the calendar. Aren't those great images? Still on the journey. This is fairly recent. This is also April 2020. And this is one of my favorite prayers. John Gray was on Oprah one time, and Oprah said, people ask me how to meditate. And what do I tell them? And he said, here's what you tell them. You tell them to just sit still and say, oh God, or oh Goddess, or oh Mary, or however you want to call that great part of your soul. Oh Great Spirit, my heart is open to you. Come sit in my heart. And his big sea turtle, beautiful species. The final page is one of the earliest pages I did back in May of 2017. This was also from the calendar, the 4 hands reaching toward each other, holding the world. My hand. And the words on this page are, you sing this to the tune of the doxology, which many people in Christian traditions will remember. Praise Goddess from whom blessing flows. Praise her as new moon's crescent glows. Praise her in promises of earth. Praise Goddess bringing us rebirth. Praise Goddess from whom blessings flow. Praise her as fruits and flowers grow. Praise her in sunlight's warm expanse. Praise work and life's recurring dance. Praise Goddess from whom blessings flow. Praise her in autumn's changing glow. Praise her while gathering the seeds. Praise mystery our spirit needs. Praise Goddess from whom blessings flow. Praise her when winds of winter blow. Praise her when darkness is our guest. Praise Goddess bringing seasons rest. And that, my friends, is my completed Women's Spirit celebration. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again.